Look at your hands. Feel the pulse in your wrist. That rhythmic thumping is the sound of a clock ticking down. For 300,000 years, being human has meant one thing. You are born. You struggle. And you return to the dust. We are biological prisoners, trapped in a machine of meat and bone that is designed to fail. We spend our lives building legacies, creating art, and loving people, all while knowing that one day the electricity in our brains will simply flicker out. But what if that's about to change? What if the you that is listening to my voice right now, your consciousness, your first memory of falling off a bike, your secret fears, and your deepest loves, could be extracted? What if we could peel back the layers of your biology like an old, decaying skin and reveal the immortal code underneath? Welcome to the era of whole brain emulation, digital immortality. Today, we aren't just talking about science fiction. We are talking about the moment humanity outgrows its own evolution. We are talking about the end of biology as we know it. But as we stand on the edge of this digital abyss, we have to face a truth so terrifying that most people refuse to even think about it. If you upload your brain to a server, are you stepping into eternity? Or are you just inviting a perfect imposter to take your place while you disappear into the dark? To understand the how, we have to stop seeing the brain as a mystical organ and start seeing it for what it truly is, the most complex data processing unit in the known universe. Inside your skull, 86 billion neurons are firing in a chaotic, beautiful symphony. Every thought you've ever had is an electrical spark. Every emotion is a chemical cocktail. If you've ever felt soul, science tells us that soul is actually a pattern. We call this pattern the connectome. Think of it as the ultimate wiring diagram. If your genome is the blueprint of the house, the connectome is the map of every single wire, every switch, and every electron flowing through the walls. But here is the scale of the challenge. Mapping the human genome was like mapping a small village. Mapping the connectome is like mapping every single leaf on every single tree on the entire planet, while the wind is blowing. Your brain isn't static. It changes every time you learn a new word or have a new dream. To upload you, we don't just need a map. We need a snapshot of a moving target. We need to capture the exact state of trillions of synapses at a single moment in time. If we miss even a fraction of these connections, the digital you might wake up with holes in its memory. Or worse, a completely different personality. So, how do we actually get the data out of your head and into a machine? Currently, the most realistic way to achieve a high-resolution scan is a process that sounds like a horror movie. It's called knife-edge scanning microscopy. Imagine your brain is frozen, not just cold, but turned into a solid block of synthetic resin. Then, a diamond blade, so sharp it can split molecules, begins to slice. It takes a layer thinner than a human hair. A camera captures the image. Then the blade slices again. Layer by layer, you are shaved away. By the time the scan is finished, your biological brain is gone. It is a pile of microscopic dust. In this scenario, immortality is a one-way ticket. You close your eyes on the operating table, hoping for a digital sunrise. But for the biological you, there is no sunrise. There is only the blade. There is no transfer. There is only destruction followed by reconstruction. Now, let's assume the technology works. Let's imagine the digital you wakes up. You don't feel like code. You don't feel like a computer program. You feel like you. You remember the operating room. You remember the smell of the hospital. You remember the face of the person you love. But something is fundamentally different. In the real world, your thoughts move at the speed of chemistry, about 100 meters per second. In the silicon world, they move at the speed of light. You are now a hypermind. 1,000 years of subjective time could pass while a human takes a coffee break. You could read every book ever written in the time it takes a human to blink. You could simulate 1,000,000 different versions of your own life just to see which one you like best. You would become a god of information. You could live in a paradise of your own design, a world where the laws of physics are optional. You want to fly? You fly. You want to walk on the surface of a star? You just hit play. You could interact with other uploaded minds, creating a digital society that exists at a pace we can't even comprehend. But here is the dark side. You are now data, and data is a commodity. Who owns the server you live on? If a corporation owns the hardware, do they own your thoughts? What happens if you stop being profitable? Do they put you in sleep mode to save on energy costs? Do they delete your unpleasant memories to make you a more efficient digital worker? Imagine being trapped in a digital world where the company can edit your very self. They could remove your ability to feel sadness, or they could force you to feel eternal gratitude toward your corporate masters. In the digital world, your very self is a file that can be edited, deleted, or duplicated. You aren't just a person anymore. You are a line item on a balance sheet. Before we dive into the terrifying copy paradox and the possibility of a digital hell, I have to ask you, if you were standing at that door today, would you walk through it? Would you trade your heartbeat for a high-speed connection? If these questions keep you up at night, then you belong here. We are on a mission to reach our first 1,000 subscribers so we can continue to peel back the layers of the unknown. Hit that subscribe button now and join the crew. Don't let your curiosity die with your biology. Now, let's get to the part that keeps philosophers awake at night. This brings us to the heart of the mystery, the copy paradox. This isn't just a technical problem, it's a philosophical nightmare. Imagine I have a file on my desktop called mylife.doc. If I copy that file to a USB drive, the original is still there. I haven't moved the file. I've duplicated it. Mind uploading is the same. Even if we use a non-destructive scan, maybe using nanobots that map your brain while you sleep, the digital version isn't you moving into a computer. It's a copy of you. The digital version will have all your memories. It will remember your first kiss, your favorite food, and the way you felt when you decided to get uploaded. It will swear it is you. It will love your family with the same intensity you do, but you are still sitting in your chair. You haven't gone anywhere. You are still a biological human who will eventually grow old and die. From your perspective, the upload failed. You're still stuck in the meat machine. But from the digital version's perspective, it worked perfectly. It woke up in the machine. This is the teletransportation paradox. If we destroy the original during the scan, we are essentially committing suicide and hoping that the imposter we leave behind is good enough. Is a copy still a self? Or is the self something that cannot be duplicated? Is there a safer way? Some scientists suggest a gradual replacement. What if we replaced one neuron in your brain with a silicon chip? Just one. A tiny microscopic computer that does exactly what the neuron did. You wouldn't feel it. You'd still be you. Then we replace 10, then 1,000, then 1,000,000,000. This is the ancient riddle of the Ship of Theseus. If you replace every plank on a wooden ship one by one until no original wood remains, is it still the same ship? If your brain becomes 100% silicon over 20 years, do you slide into the machine? Do you maintain the stream of consciousness? Or is there a hidden moment where the soul simply flickers out, unnoticed by anyone, including you? We often think of digital immortality as a heaven, but what if it's a prison? In a simulation, time is a variable. A second in the real world could be 1,000 years for an uploaded mind. If someone, a hacker, a rogue AI, or a cruel government wanted to punish you, they could subject you to an eternity of suffering in the time it takes for a human to blink. They could create a digital hell where your pain receptors are turned to the maximum, and you have no way to die, no way to escape, and no way to lose consciousness. The very immortality we crave could become our greatest curse. This is the risk of moving our existence into a medium that can be manipulated by others. But there is also a vision of ultimate glory. Biology is a terrible way to travel the stars. We are heavy, we need food, we need oxygen, and we die too quickly. But a digital mind? A digital mind can be shrunk down to the size of a grain of sand. It can survive the vacuum of space. It can wait for millions of years in a dormant state while it travels between galaxies. Mind uploading might be the only way we ever truly colonize the universe. We would become cosmic ghosts, jumping from one planetary computer system to another, living for billions of years, witnessing the birth and death of stars. We would outlive the Earth, the Sun, and perhaps even the Milky Way. Here is the final mind-bending twist. If mind uploading is possible, then it's likely that advanced civilizations have already done it. And if they've done it, they've probably created billions of simulated worlds. Statistically, there would be millions of times more simulated people than real biological people. Which means, what are the odds that you are one of the lucky ones in the original biological world? Maybe you aren't waiting to be uploaded. Maybe you were uploaded a long time ago. Maybe this life, this pulse in your wrist, this mirror you look into, is just a very high-resolution simulation of what it was like to be a biological human in the 21st century. We are the last generation of natural humans. For millions of years, the rhythm of life and death has been the only constant. It has defined our art, our religions, and our very purpose. But we are about to break that rhythm. We are about to step out of the ocean of biology and into the desert of digital light. We are tempted by the stars. We want to live forever so we can escape the pain of loss. But loss is what makes us human. Death is the frame that makes the picture of life beautiful. If we remove the frame, does the picture still mean anything? If you can live forever, does any single moment still matter? The technology is coming. Whether it's in 50 years or 500, the digital abyss is waiting. So, I leave you with this. If you were offered a digital heaven today, but you had to die to get there, would you take the leap? Or would you rather die a real human than live forever as a perfect ghost? Let us know in the comments. Your thoughts might be the only thing that stays real in a world of code. If you found this journey into the abyss worth your time, hit the like button. It tells the algorithm that deep, meaningful content still matters. We are pushing for 1,000 subscribers to keep these deep dive documentaries coming. Join the crew. Subscribe to Crux Explains. Because the most mysterious place in the universe isn't the stars, and it isn't the ocean floor. It's the 3-pound universe between your ears. Until next time, stay curious, stay human.